The year is 1967, and Chris Taylor, after just graduating high school, enlists to fight in the Vietnam War. Believe it or not, most soldiers were like this, as about two-thirds of the force in Vietnam were enlisted men, rich and poor. Upon arrival, though, many like Taylor were demoralized by the horrifying effects of war on the men, including the thousand-year stare seen on many of the men's faces. Some went so far as to become disillusioned with the war effort, as Sergeant Elias revealed to Taylor later in the movie. Life in Vietnam was rough, being attacked constantly at night and always having the night guard fall asleep on duty, as seen in the movie as well. During the day, the soldiers had to investigate villages suspected of aiding the Viet Cong. Many Viet Cong soldiers, though, would live their lives in these villages as ordinary farmers during the day. By the night, they would report directly to the NVA the movement of the American troops, making it very difficult to tell who were the good guys and who were the bad guys. The troops also had to deal with trying to get around booby traps laid out by the NVA and Viet Cong, and suicide bombers. Both of these harsh realities can be seen throughout the movie and during the Tet Offensive part of the movie. As you can imagine, this war was very frustrating to fight on the part of the U.S. troops. This frustration led to some nasty results among the men. Many men, as many as 9,000, committed suicide either during the war or during the years following the war. Drugs were also used to escape the war, as seen with Elias and his group of soldiers, and many of the boys came home with serious addictions, including some of the director's close friends. Also, according to the director, villages were actually burned to the ground after investigations. Finally, one of the most disgraceful events to occur was fragging. This was when a soldier would kill one of the officers, usually because that officer is too aggressive in their tactics, usually with a frag grenade. This can be seen being discussed by Sergeant Barnes, Sergeant O'Neill, and Bunny, and executed upon Elias. Next is a clip from the actual movie Platoon. Here, it is the ending scene where the main character, Chris Taylor, is on a medical evac away from the front lines. While he is in the helicopter, he reflects on his experiences in Vietnam and how they have changed him and his outlook on life forever. This is a good representation on how many of the boys felt as they left Vietnam on their way back home.
I think now, looking back, we did not fight the enemy. We fought ourselves. And the enemy was in us. The war is over for me now, but it will always be there, the rest of my days. As I'm sure Elias will be, fighting with Barnes for what Ra called possession of my soul. There are times since I've felt like the child born of those two fathers. But be that as it may, those of us who did make it have an obligation to build again, to teach to others what we know, and to try with what's left of our lives to find a goodness and meaning to this life.